giờ nó bảo là
mình chặt cái đấy ra nhỏ.
nó bảo là lấy xác khách rồi.
Nếu mà chặt rồi biết làm sao được.
Nó còn để viên đấy, để viên này à? Không có đâu mà là khách mà.
Rồi một tí là
Once upon a time, on another universe called Summit, there was a 15-year-old child named Tim Watson, and he really wanted a dog of his own. He would get so jealous of his friends who'd walk their dog, talk to their dog, and played with their dog. He really wanted to make a dog's tail wag. He begged and begged his parents for a dog. "Mom, can I get a dog?" Mom would respond, "No, they are too smelly." "Mom, I'll bathe it every day and I'll never let go." No means no, Mom said. Then he begged to his dad for a dog. "Dad, please, can I have a dog? I'll take care of it and never let go." The answer is no, the dad said firmly. "They are too filthy." The boy was sad and realized his birthday was in 2 weeks. He got the idea to slip hints to his aunt for her to get him a dog for his birthday. He tried showing her pictures of different variety of dogs. He could name them all. He sent her a scrapbook of dog pictures he kept under his bed that he looked at before he could fall asleep, mesmerizing that he had a dog to sleep with. He would call her at random times and to spit information about dogs. She was annoyed. Then his birthday came. "Close your eyes," his aunt said. He closed them, thought, "Finally, a dog of my own. I'll never let go." His face smiled very long, and he opened his eyes, and what he saw was keys to a new car of his own. The boy was pissed. He threw the keys to the ground. His parents cursed him for being ungrateful. He stormed in his room, pacing side to side, upset that it wasn't a dog. Then he saw through his window a food delivery driver. He looked back at the keys and had an idea to make money for his own so he can have that dog, so that he will love that dog and never let go. He signed up for a food service, got in his wheels and delivered food before school, after school, and sometimes during school, saving up for a dog. He upped out of his class trips, basketball team, clothes, hygiene products, and saved up heavily for that dog. He finally made enough. He pleaded once more to his parents, saying, "I'll take care of it every day, love, and I'll never let go." "What about when you're at school?" Dad asked. "I have that covered. You guys can look after it," Tim said. Mom and Dad looked at each other and said, "Give us 10 minutes alone to talk about it." 10 minutes passed. They approached Tim and said, "Fine, you earned it. I'm sure you'll take care of the dog and you'll never let go." Tim was happy and immediately went to the dog store. The dog store clerk, as Tim walked into the door, he sensed a sucker. The clerk was in desperate need to get rid of a mixed breed puppy dog that he called RIP, which stood for Real Idiot's Pet. Tim went straight for the funny looking dog and said, "I want that one." The clerk said, You don't want that one. You're more of a tough, responsible, courageous, flexible kind of guy. What you need is this." The clerk pointed at the mixed breed puppy dog. See this? A dog made for you. Very rare. Everyone is desperate to have one. Very safe dogs that can never hurt a fly." He even shown him CGI manipulated videos of the dog doing happy, fun stuff and saving people from fires without a sign of danger. Tim loved it and was convinced. Tim looked at the dog and instantly fell in love. He picked it up and said, "I'll never let go." I'll even throw in all the dog accessories for free, plus no refunds, because you're not going to need it, because you and this dog will bond till death do you part," the clerk said with a grin. Tim was mesmerized and couldn't realize that he just bought a killer dog. Tim left the store and the clerk dropped out another mixed breed dog. A guy walked in seeking a dog. The clerk pointed at the mixed breed. The guy responded, "No thanks, I don't want to die. I heard about those dogs and that dog, and I really want a dog that I can control," he said. As soon as Tim got the dog, he showed it to his neighbor. "Hey, look, my new dog," the neighbor said. "You better be careful. Those dogs can attack you and never let go." Tim got upset. "What? My dog is going to be the happiest, playfulest dog ever." The neighbor shrugged and kept watering his thorn roses. Tim showed the dog to his school pals. "Wow, Tim, be careful. I hear those dogs can kill you." Tim fumed. "What are you talking about? These dogs are very safe." His friends shrugged and moved away from the dog because they did not feel comfortable being around the dog. When he got home, his mom and dad said they did research about the dog and found out that they are like a time bomb. Tim didn't want to hear it. He moved out of the house right away, got his stuff and the dog, and went off he went. For years, Tim and the dog bonded. Tim cared for the dog every time. Before he went to bed, he picked and cradled the dog and said, "I'll never let go." He played with his dog, groomed, and watched horror movies with his dog. Tim, now 21, the dog fully grown, he had denied communication to his pals and parents for disrespecting his dog. He continued to shun anyone who disrespected his dog. One day, after a bad day, he wanted to snuggle with his dog. He bent over to give his dog a kiss and kissed him over and over. "I'll never let go. You'll be the happiest dog ever because you make me happy." Then it happened. As the dog and Tim looked each other in the eyes, the dog snapped, chomping down on his face. Tim tried to get free but couldn't. The dog wouldn't let go. Tim bawled out loud, "Ow! Stop! Help!" No one could hear him scream as blood flowed from his face. The dog wouldn't let go. After trying to release for about 10 minutes, Tim gave up. The dog mauled Tim to death, crushing and shaking his near lifeless head from side to side. After Tim miscommunicated towards his parents and pals, everyone thought it was normal until 2 months later. His parents went to visit, and what they saw was horrific. His body laid in dried blood as that dog didn't let go. And as for the clerk, he kept selling mixed breeds to suckers. The end.
Nhưng mà bây giờ nó bảo là
Mình chặt cái để chúng ta
nó bảo là lấy xác khách rồi.
mà chặt rồi biết làm sao được.
Nó còn để nguyên đấy, để nguyên này à? Nó bao rồi đó. Khách mà.